Trump's administration sure admires a certain nation, and this adulation makes me terribly scared. There is no refuting how the Russians are recruiting Trump to work for Putin. Be forewarned and prepared. So before we get distracted by this weird bromance, let's examine how they do the Trump and Putin dance. Since his pal Vlad stroked his ego, Trump's enthralled by his new amigo. Look how he's attacked, claims the Russians hacked. Things like basic facts leave him cold. When they say Russians have dirt on ya, he just tells the press, das vidanya, as we try to sort through that spy report and learn that even Trump's showers are gold. He won't let us see his tax returns, which would show how much he owes Russia. I don't know why we can't find a competent 12-year-old kid to hack them. And if this tune sounds familiar, I bet you thought it's the song from Tetris. But if Trump keeps this up, pretty soon it'll be our national anthem. So let's say niet to Russia and say we know they interfered, though Trump admires Putin's attributes like the world's best prostitutes, which itself is a hoot. Their denials are so angry that it seems they doth protest a bit too much. Trump would like us to be clueless even as he's sinking into Putin's clutches. To us and our resistance, we're just getting started, you bet. And we will stand up to and oppose both those gold-plated schmoes. Tell Trump and Putin yet. If you've got nothing to hide, why act so defensive? Only someone who lied need be so apprehensive. If there's nothing damning inside, what you release should be extensive. But the way you obstruct and the questions you duck makes you look as guilty as, frankly, you probably are.
Lauren Mayer.
That woman just has a knack for doing this shit. I love that woman's songs. You need to go by and check her out, Lauren Mayer Comedy Songs. You can find her on YouTube. And I enjoy the shit out of listening to her. She is quite witty. Anyway, how y'all doing? It is Thursday night, baby. It's Thursday evening. Thank you. It was buzzing in my ear.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, Mueller report's out. The redacted version's out, and that's all a buzz today. But Travis pointed out his favorite part was on page
290.
200. What did it say? It said, This is the end of my presidency. I'm fucked. That's what he said. That's what Mueller said that Donnie said when he found out that the Mueller report, the Mueller investigation, when he found out that his ass was under investigation, he thought he was just fucked. And I think he is, baby. I think he's totally screwed. And right now he's out there dancing around with that little old no collusion, no obstruction shit again. He's been doing that same song and dance for a while now. He's going to have fun for a few days. Now, go mind you that this Mueller, that they dropped this report Thursday, right before Good Friday, Easter weekend. He's banking on so many people, especially his little minions. All they had to hear was Barr's report this morning, his little song and dance out there in front of the TVs, this boom ba, and out the door quickly. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I had to cough there.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah. Well, that cough just blew it out of my head. I was on Bob Kincaid's show earlier this evening. We was talking, having a conversation over there. And, man, I'm telling you, there's a lot of buzz about this. Now, I'm nowhere near into how much, of this that I've gotten into, the report. But there's one thing I have noticed, and that's that the majority of the redactions are there because they're ongoing investigations. Y'all don't forget that shit. That stuff's redacted because there are still investigations going on, and those are intentional in the process I think Mueller had to make sure there was a lot of shit farmed out that were out of the hands of the special counsel, put it in the hands of other people, the Southern District of New York, Virginia, and stuff like that. There's investigations going on. Anyway, Barr came out and did his little talk this morning, and he said that he will let some in Congress have a less redacted version, and that's where I call bullshit. I'm to the point, people, where after listening to Barr this morning and just realizing just how much that man is in Donnie's pocket. He is not the Attorney General for the United States. They're right. He is the Attorney General for Donnie the Dick. That's it. Nobody else. He's there to protect him, and he's going to do his damnedest too. But I got a little pissed off when I heard House Majority Leader Steny Hoover. He's a congressman out of Maryland. He said impeachment was not worthwhile at this point. Election in 18 months. The American people will decide. And that bothers the shit out of me because the American people decided last time. And look what we got. And there ain't no doubt the American people will decide, but I'm not in the camp anymore of, well, let's just wait. We don't want to piss off the Trumpers by going after impeachment. Kiss my ass. I want to see public hearings on this shit. There's enough shit in this damn Mueller report to start those public hearings. Let's make it out in the open. Let's get people involved and pissed off. Let's make it the favorite TV show of every damn day. That's what they did with Nixon. They made sure those public hearings, it became the #1 rated show on TV at the time. Everybody was interested, and that's what we have to do now because I'm tired of this shit. And you're watching the Republicans shuck and jive and trying to move it around and shit. And baby, it ain't happening for me. There's a lot more to be seen and a lot more to drag out. But I don't want to play nice anymore. That's bullshit. Anyway, who we got in the room?
So right now we got Skype wizard over at Bob Kincaid show, Sparky Dunk.
Sparky, I'm surprised you're here, bub.
Hey, why?
Well, because I just talking to you on Bob's show.
I can walk and chew gum.
Are you shitting me? Are you doing both shows right now?
No.
Oh, are you?
His show's done because he's sitting in for Mike Malloy tonight.
Oh, is that what that was about? Well, I just saw the link there, Bob Kincaid Thursday on the front porch, and I went, holy shit, look at there, Bob's having a Thursday on the front porch.
Well, that was his call to make earlier because of what shit that went down today. So I think we had a very robust discussion over here.
Yes, there was.
Over there, and we can continue it over here, I guess.
Yeah, I was involved. I was listening. I want to thank Sparky, by the way, because before Travis came back and hooked up the mixer the right way, I was back here trying to connect on Skype so I could go ahead and talk on the show with Bob, and I couldn't get that thing figured out. And I'm sitting here listening to Bob and Sparky talking about, well, Travis, he's the producer over there. He's the magic kid that can, I'm sitting there going, I guess so, because I can't get on here and I'm listening to this shit. But anyway, thank you, Sparky, for calling him out.
Well,
he is.
Well, Bob was talking about he's got to do a video show now.
Yeah.
But he's got a smaller space than you do.
Hey, Natalie, cowboy hat man. Thank you for tuning.
Have to redo some things.
He should though, because his show is excellent, and going with video that brings out a whole new audience. It's not just a radio show now. If you go on YouTube or any other video streaming service website, that just gets
it just gets that message even farther out.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
When he was in DC, he did a Facebook Live thing, and he got a lot of views that way.
So there you go.
Yeah, I think he ought to definitely.
He's got a bug in his bonnet, but he doesn't have a producer like Travis.
Yeah. It helps when you got somebody else in the room that can handle everything, because it's just too much for me. Shit. Besides that, my job's to sit here and look pretty. That's what I do.
All I gotta do is monitor the Skype chat. That's all I gotta do.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you, now that you've brought that up. The difference between Skype and Discord, which one do you like the best?
To me, it's even Steven.
It's just Apple. It's just the same thing. I was just wondering. I like the Discord.
I mean, because I've been doing Skype for over 10 years.
Oh, well, you're an ace at that shit.
With groups and stuff. But, I mean, I would have never thought about finding Discord, but I'm happy to check out a new app, new thing.
It's one of those things where it's like, if it's not broken, you don't have to fix it. You know, if Skype is working for you, you know.
Yeah, at least you got a green room here. You can bring people in as you choose.
Yeah.
Over there, I just got a link out there, and people just join right in.
Yeah. Yeah, and the other cool thing, and at least it should be working, I think something messed up the last, I think it was a few weeks ago, that, and this is a good plug for everybody who's watching right now. If you want to join the conversation, if you're watching on YouTube, go look down in the description box down below, and one of the first few links you're going to see is a download link to Discord. And then once you download Discord, you can join our group, and you can be a part of the conversation, which we'll be adding callers here in just a few minutes. So
and we enjoy it. We enjoy everybody's voice on here. That's why we started this thing.
Yeah, we like new people. You don't have to listen to me all the time. You got new people coming in all the time.
Yeah, God forbid I have to make a comment too every now and then too. So
shit, you're making
that's okay. You're the producer. You got to do that.
That's right.
No, my job's supposed to shut up and just let y'all do all the work.
No. I told you long a time. I was trying to talk to Mama, which this idea went right by the wayside immediately. I said, honey, why don't you we'll get her a set of headphones, and she could sit right over there underneath that camera out of view and listen in on the show. And then if she wanted to say anything, got a whiteboard, like a silver whiteboard over here. She could just write whatever and hold it up to me. I could see what she wanted to. Yeah, no, that didn't go over.
Me and Mom are just alike. We'd rather just sit in the background and just watch.
Yeah.
But I can't afford to do that.
I just wish I could get her on.
I only was able to get my wife on a Skype group chat when I used to do the Friday Night Late. Just a plain Skype group, nobody's show or anything.
Yeah.
I got her on a couple times, but that was it. Now she just goes, "Oh, do your thing." I don't.
Oh man, look at there. Colleen's calling me out. John is barefoot.
Huh?
No shit from the camera. Check out the other.
Can you see?
I guess so. I'm sitting. This is if you don't.
You've been found out.
If you don't know me, put it on the other camera. I sit most of the time, believe it or not. For some reason, my knees are the last thing that are going to go on me. I sit cross-legged in a chair all the time when I'm at home, and it's just a more comfortable position for me. But thank you, Colleen, for pointing out my feet were sticking out here in the middle of the. God and everybody can see my toes.
I thought something smelled terrible in here.
Kiss my ass! I just got out the shower. Got out the shower, put beard oil on my beard. Got it right here. Beard oil. Can't remember who sent it.
Do you like that shit?
Well, I don't put it on there very often, but yeah, it makes it nice and soft and manageable. Are you shitting me? You can't make a silk purse out of a sow's ear, baby. That's what they're working. I'm not that pretty. I know it. I'm as pretty as a mud fence. And
your beard's long, but my hair is longer.
Yes, your hair is longer. Well, Travis,
my beard's well kept.
Well kept. Yeah.
But I would never thought about beard oil.
Man, I'm in that dilemma now, though. Really am. You know, it's because time's coming, baby. He's gonna be gone. He's gonna go, and I'm gonna shave. And it's been a long time now since I've grown accustomed to this thing. And Mama does not like it. I've had a beard before.
I won't know who you are.
Yeah, no shit. That's it. Nobody would know who I was.
No one would know.
You're welcome.
The funny thing is, though, is that I'll miss the beard.
That's what Travis.
You got a great beard, goddammit.
Now, I've never had a beard this long. Shit, man, it's pretty good. I'm almost the ZZ Top shit. You know.
Though I'm ready to cut my hair.
Well,
it's getting way too long. It's probably as long as Sparky's. I don't know. I'm willing to bet we can compare at the very least.
You can't get a haircut.
Well, I can pull my ponytail around and put it in my mouth. How's that?
I can do the same, actually.
Well, hell, that ain't no freaking problem. Almost every night I go to bed, I mind if you can't beard up in my mouth. Mama has to put a little rubber band thing in my beard at night. Shit, or it'll be up in my nose and everywhere else when I turn over.
You can't do it?
Huh? No, I don't do it. Mama does it.
Yep.
And I appreciate that she does it.
Is that a
That's the last
sexual thing?
No, it's just the last thing. If we have a ritual, are you shitting me? We have 4 dogs. Here's our ritual at night. Every night, usually sometime around 10:30 or so, after we watch the Late Show with
Trevor Noah, and then you watch a little bit of Colbert.
Colbert. I don't want to miss the beginning of Colbert. Sometime in that time period there, we're heading off to bed. Now, we have 2 dogs, and they sleep in the bedroom with us. The other 2 sleep out in the living room. They're the doorbell in case anybody comes. But we have to move those 2 beds, and both the dogs are getting older, and so it's a process of getting them down there. Anyway, get to bed. Mama hands this little cup. She's got 3 little pills in there. Boom! I take them. She hands up her little rubber band. She puts it around my beard, and then that's it. And Mama will sit there and watch TV for a little while I zonk right out, baby. That's I take my, what the hell do I take anyway?
I don't know what. I'm
I
not
don't
gonna.
know.
I'm
She
gonna.
gives me 3 little pills. I take them. That's what I do.
I know one's a sleeping pill.
Well, it's not a sleeping pill. It's an over-the-counter.
Well, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
it's
an
like
over-the-counter sleep aid.
Yeah.
And I take a muscle relaxer to try to keep my jaw from going.
I'm having the same shit now too. My jaw. I wake up every morning. My teeth are hurting like shit.
Call your reps, Kathy Larkin says, and she gave a number right there. That's what we all need to do. We need to get involved in this shit. I tell you what, I'm getting to that point because of the fact that I'm hearing, oh, no impeachment list. Fuck that shit. I'm ready to drag his dirty laundry out in front of God and everybody, because that's what they would do to us. That's what they would do to us. And Barr shit is just a bunch of bullshit. He's trying to play cover for him. I'm getting pissed off this whole shit. We need to be out in the street, baby. We need to be out, and that's what we was just saying on Bob's show just a while ago. Bob said it himself. You need to have people that are willing to go in front of Congress and stay there.
We also called it out the mole, and that who's the head of the Intelligence Committee in the Senate, the North Carolina guy, his name slips my mind. But he was mentioned in the report.
Yeah.
He was running up to the White House, giving out information. He's like Donnie's mole.
Is that Nunes?
No, not Nunes.
Not
the
Nunes?
Other guy.
Oh shit.
I can't think of his name right now. Old age. Brain fart.
Can't remember shit. I got books of shit I'm trying to write down. This stuff all the time, trying to keep it in my head because there's so much.
Let's get some more people in here, man.
Yeah, ain't nobody here. It's just me and you, Sparky. We got to carry the whole evening, bub.
No, Biker Leo's.
Is Leo in there, baby?
Yeah, I'm about to drag people in here. I was just letting y'all
Start
have your band.
dragging away. I'll get me a sip of Mama's tea. I keep looking at that Irish whiskey.
Okay, so far we got Keith Thompson in. Keith, you read us?
Yes, indeed. I have you. Hello.
Hey, Keith, how you doing, bub?
Hey, John. How you doing, man?
I'm hanging in there best we can. Trying to deal with the daily bullshit that happens.
I hear you. Hang in there, man.
Yeah, every day. That's what we got to do. Keep this shit going every day. Keep the conversation going on. We're just starting to get into this shit. First thing we're going to do is drag the rest of the report out so Congress can see it without the redactions. That's bullshit. That whole,
We got Chris in the call now.
Is that Chris with a K? Or?
No, Chris with a C.
Okay, Chris. Hey, Chris. You in there, Chris?
He might be muted or deafened right now.
Might be.
He's probably away from his computer.
Oh, before I forget, I want to point out Teresa Rojas. Rojas. Teresa, I think she's up in Chicago area. I just saw her before the comments when I said I'm going to go live. She said, lock him up. Baby, that's how come I pulled out this shirt. So if you're watching, that's why I'm right. That's why I pulled this shirt out today, is because Teresa made that comment. Lock him up. Well, that's a good idea. Let's lock his ass up.
We now have Velda. Hi, Velda.
Hello, how are you guys doing tonight?
We're doing fine, darling. How about you?
Pretty good. I'm
Hi,
glad
Velda.
to see
Hi,
that.
Travis.
Hi, sweetie. I'm glad to see the Mueller report out.
Yes.
Same.
Yeah.
I think
Yes.
it's an exciting time, even though there is a few people out there thinking, there's nothing there, but it's like bullshit.
Oh,
290,
no, baby.
290,
Yeah,
page 290.
That's Travis's
That's my
favorite.
favorite page.
He's been promoting it.
Everybody should know
the
about
MP
page 290. Oh, I think I heard
NPR
Chris.
I'm here, man. I was muted out because I was listening to the live stream, and they're just on the green room. They have a different conversation, so I just can't hear both at the same time.
Gotcha.
All right. So we got Keith, we got Chris, we got Velda. What happened to Leo?
We're getting Leo in, and we got Ms. Linda.
Leo and Miss Linda. And Miss Linda.
Ms. Linda. And we got Biker Leo.
I might be here.
How you doing, Leo?
Good.
Miss Linda, did you make it?
Did I turn my mic off? Hang on. No, I was on. I'm on.
You're on.
You're on, darling. We hear you.
Oh, okay. Hi.
There you go. Glad you made it.
Somebody's not hearing me.
The world is hearing you, baby. Everybody's hearing you.
Okay. I'll shut up.
And thank you, because it's good to hear a female voice in
That
all
ain't
of
no
this.
lie.
I like it.
I just had that conversation with my wife. Come on, honey. They want to hear a woman. Ain't happening, baby.
Yeah.
That ain't happening. Mama don't want to come on camera.
I don't know.
find it
Valerie,
so that I don't
would
have
you
to
ever-
listen
would
to
you ever-
myself.
About what? I asked her if she'd ever speak. She goes, about what?
About, I'm sure when she's got something to say, I'm positive. Leo, I
She
seen
was a teacher.
I seen yours.
Go ahead.
I seen your Biker Wisdom the other day. Yesterday, I think it was. I'm sorry, Bubba. I don't
did
catch every one of them.
today.
I try.
Well, I did another one today, and this one was directly to the GOP that helped vote him in.
Oh, yeah.
They got to be looking. If they've got any brains, they got to see the lies that we're told.
They have to. They have to, and we have to hold them to the standards that they put there for themselves. They're the moral, the integrity party, and all that shit. The patriotic party, the fiscal responsibility, all that bullshit. Because it is.
That's
It's all.
exactly what I talked about. I said, guys, I know you're not all that stupid. I know you all didn't buy into the reality TV thing. I know that you're
33%,
smart enough
baby.
to look at when you made a mistake.
We're dealing with 33% of the population that supported this man. That's who we're dealing with. That's his base. The rest of it is all.
John, I'm not even sure it's that many. I'm really not sure it's that many.
Well,
I think that maybe there's still some that are listed as they,
I think it's going to grow. I mean, shrink more and more. The more
I agree, but that was my whole purpose today. And I told everybody, I love you, but this one ain't to you.
Yeah.
This one's to them. You got to wake up.
Yeah, and it's I said this earlier on Bob's show. It's not just by my voice, your voice, Bob Kincaid's voice, Richard's voice, everybody that does this, Tim Cormall, that are out there raising their voice and keeping the conversation going to areas that normally don't get it, and that's what is so important about what you're doing, what I'm doing, what Bob Kincaid does, and that is try to keep this conversation going and everybody motivated, and to the point that if we have to, we're going to have to do something, because we're going to have to hold them responsible for what the hell this man is doing. One paragraph.
You gotta look at the truth, though.
Yeah. One paragraph in the Mueller report, I got it written down here, that I wanted to point out, because it points directly to who our president is, who that man is. It says the investigation established that the Russian government perceived it would benefit from a Trump presidency and worked to secure that outcome, and that the campaign expected it would benefit electorally from information stolen and released through Russian efforts. Now, with this bullshit of no collusion,
They knew.
They knew. They both knew that what was going on the other side. And that speaks to, we have a man in there in our house that is willing, and you could see it through his actions towards Russia. We still don't know anything of the
private meetings.
That's right, darling. His little private meetings. We don't know shit about what was said in those meetings. He knew what he was doing, and so did Putin. It was the Russians who won our election.
Pause really quick. Diggs D, thank you for donating $1 through Super
bub.
Chat.
Appreciate it, Diggs. Every dollar,
Diggs,
baby.
Diggs. I like that name, Diggs.
Yeah, Diggs, man.
Diggs.
I was
Diggs.
just over on Bob's show, pointing to the fact, because Bob has to raise so much money to pay for the internet and everything else that keeps that kind of shit going. Of course, he's on the radio and I'm not. It's by small donations like that keep this going and keep me going, keep Bob Kincaid on the air and stuff like that. It just, every little bit counts, and we appreciate the hell out of that. But
that's how I hope.
What's that?
President. That's how I want us to elect our next president.
That's right.
Small donations,
John?
everybody
Be
saying
involved.
we need this.
John.
Yes, Sparky.
Bob's an internet radio program.
Internet radio, right.
Internet to hear it.
Yeah, but that costs. His whole operation costs.
None of it's free.
Well, none of it's free. I want to upgrade. I'm going to upgrade. Knock on wood, our internet looks pretty good tonight.
Yeah, so far we seem to have a very steady connection.
It was not like that earlier today. We had about 24, 25 mile an hour winds that kept buffering the antenna, and we kept losing signal all day. And all day I've been sitting up here at the house going, are you shitting me? Is this going to happen again? Check the weather out. The wind was supposed to die down, so it said we're good to go.
All right, world, don't breathe.
Because you're going to jinx it.
Yeah, no one breathes.
Nobody puff anything down this way right now. You might blow my antenna off.
Let's get back to the report.
We'll blow cancer over there.
Yeah. But getting back to as far as the collusion thing. First of all, you're right. It's not a crime. There is an agreement there.
No.
That is a crime. And in that, let's take a look at our president. Let's just look at the presidential part of this. If you have been approached by an enemy, by a hostile
foreign government, yeah.
Right. But a hostile one on top of it. Who the hell doesn't think that Russia isn't hostile?
What would a patriotic person do, Leo? What would a patriotic person do if they were approached like that?
Call the FBI and say, fellas, I was, then this ain't, no. We said, let's have a meeting.
Oh, yummy.
Yeah.
Gimme.
I love it.
Said,
Oh, yeah. Give me what
more.
dirt you got, baby. That's exactly what Donnie Jr. did. And the understanding, they're not charging him because he's ignorant. They're not charging him because he's ignorant. He's not knowledgeable of the law. He didn't know he was doing wrong. Are you shitting me? That doesn't work anywhere else.
His father has said he's a dumb fuck. That was the exact words.
They should be able to do it any time.
What's that, Miss Linda?
I said that's just their normal way of doing business, and they think that's winning.
Yeah, winning. Winning, baby. We're winning. We're winning. Yeah, we're winning all over the world.
Somebody commented on one of my posts today, and I think it's absolutely true, that he's setting himself up for basically a mental defense, for reasons of
who are you talking about? Are you talking about Donnie or Donnie Jr.?
Either one.
Either one of them.
Both. The whole damn family.
Yes. Well, we
think
find out now there'd be a whole lot more evidence of obstruction if everybody did what Donnie told them to do.
Stupid. I think
that's one of the things that saved his ass from a lot of shit. I guess he was trying to crank out orders and shit to people, and they wouldn't do it. He ordered McGahn to
well, that was one of my questions today. Is that your president? Somebody who has to have everybody in the world run?
Mm-mm.
And We got to do something, but that's why I did the one I did today.
Well,
we
Mueller,
absolutely have to return. We have to turn some of these Republican senators.
Well, that's the key, and that's what we've been talking about all
Pitch on
along.
McConnell.
What's that, Keith?
Get rid of McConnell.
Oh,
he
is
the biggest fucking crook.
He just announced his reelection. Yep, he is a reelection bid in Kentucky. Yeah, he's going all in again, baby. I hope Kentucky wakes up, baby, and sees the handwriting on the wall. This is a criminal organization.
There too, and that means you'll be out in the public. Go ahead.
They're getting a new aluminum plant.
Where, in Kentucky?
They're Aposca's aluminum.
Did you hear that the report switched the wordings from collusion when it should have been labeled a conspiracy?
Yeah. Well, the word collusion was overblown anyway. That's not a crime to collude, for collusion. It's a moral crime. It's a patriotic crime. It's all those other things you can think about. But
another question
and that's what. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Is it okay with you to have a president that I wasn't guys, and I've got a theater background, the musical Guys and Dolls. There is a character in there, and his name is Big Julie. Little guy. And his lines is 52 arrests, no convictions.
There you go, baby.
Is that what you want for president?
That's it, baby. That's
exactly
that's who the Republican Party has become. Liars, cheats, and thieves. I don't care what else you saying. They're over there on the right, hoo-hawing around today, saying, "Oh, look at there, Barr, he let it out, and we're all safe," and all that bullshit. I don't, it's all bullshit. They're minions. They don't understand a damn thing of this report. They're not going to go look.
There's another question, John. How the hell? When did the Justice Department become the propaganda wing of the White House?
When Trump became president, when he introduced this style of I would say governing, but it's not governing. He's running it just like a mob boss would.
Exactly.
And he's done his work all his life just like that. That's how come we know he doesn't do emails. He doesn't do anything paper. Everything that comes to him comes through somebody else that he can deny that he talked to.
That's another one that's in the report. That's in the deeper pages. That's another thing that's in the report. He talks about having the best lawyers. He's had Roy Cohn as a lawyer.
Yeah.
The last time I checked, the best lawyers don't get
disbarred. The report said if we had confidence after a thorough investigation of the facts that the president clearly did not commit obstruction of justice, we would say so. They didn't say so.
Yes.
They put that in there. If we had confidence after a thorough investigation of the facts that the president clearly did not commit obstruction of justice, we would say so. That's a gauntlet down to Congress. The conclusion that Congress may apply the obstruction laws to the president corrupts exercise of the powers of the office accorded with our constitutional system of checks and balances and the principle that no person is above the law. And Mueller's laying it right at Congress's feet. And he went on to say the Constitution does not categorically and permanently immunize a president for obstructing justice. He's telling Congress, do your job. He can't, because Mueller went in there, because the standing procedure of the Justice Department is that you can indict a sitting president. All right, if you start with that president, with that idea.
No, but Congress can impeach.
That's right. That's right. And I think that's where this has got to go. Because of that, and it's not a law. This is something that needs to be debated at the Supreme Court anyway. The fact that you can't indict a sitting president. That's bullshit. It's only that because some lawyers argue that
together in the back room.
Yeah, that has not been tested by the law. So that's bullshit number one in my book. And shit.
Really quick, pause. Let's thank Linda Cowell for donating $2 through Super Chat. She writes, "Get it to Congress."
That's it, baby.
Thank you, Linda,
very much. And she's right. That's it. Get it into Congress and get it into public hearings. That's the thing.
Specifically to the Senate.
That's right.
Oh, and there was another thing. Fucking Burr.
The balls to do it.
Well, we elected them. We took this blue wave for a reason. We put those people in that house for a reason, and that is because we all see what's been going on this 2 years. We're sick of that shit. He's nothing but a lying ass piece of shit con man, and he needs to be called on it and called out for the crimes that he did. And that's it. It's got to be taken into Congress, and just like Leo said, take it into the Senate, into the Republican Senate, and force them to defend this shit. You know, that's I don't.
Well, the big thing is exposing Burr and a few others for the actual obstructionist bastards they are. They came out and said that he leaked information to the White House.
They were in discussions. Yeah. What that? Well, they want to give a little heads up there before they put it all out.
Show chat
Right now. Have to have a veto.
What's that, Sparky?
I'm posting a link to the show chat right now in Discord on Richard Burr.
Oh.
Let me check it out.
There you go.
I'll bring it up.
Get him.
Oh my God! CNN's got they got Rudy on right now.
Are you?
Oh boy!
What the vampire call out of his mouth?
Boy,
had his shit.
Sparky apparently briefed White House on FBI's Russia investigation. You're goddamn right.
I'm going to bring this over so Dad can see it.
Apparently briefed White House. Senator Richard Burr apparently briefed White House on FBI's Russia probe, Mueller report says. Burr's spokesman told NBC News that his stewardship over the committee bipartisan, fact-based investigation over the last 2 years speaks for itself. Huh.
This is going to be an interesting one.
This is going to be...
Is it, oh.
Well, my knees only hurt when I unfold them. Momentarily, they give me... When I unfold them, yeah, I got to get the blood going.
A pry bar.
Yeah. I can get them up there. Sometimes it's harder to get them back down, though. But
well, at least you ain't telling the lie that most guys our age tell. No, we ain't no kind of that stud no more.
No,
we're
baby.
Still pretty.
What's that saying? I can still do once what it took me what I once could do all night. It takes me all night to do once, whatever. Yeah, it just slows down, baby. But we're like fine wine. We get better with age. That's what we always have to remember. That the young people, that some may be listening out there, because who's going to stop and listen to an old man with a white beard and all that shit, because we're an older generation. But I remember being 18, 19, 20, 21. I remember that time in my life. And they will too when they get to our age, if they're lucky enough to get here. Just the mere fact of some of us getting to the age that we are is pretty damn amazing in itself. If you look at how people, million ways to die in the West, baby. There's a
Listen to me for a moment. Cuomo's got a big banner up in front of him asking Giuliani business deals in Russia, sought Clinton's emails, purpose of Trump Tower meeting, response to Trump Tower meeting, ordered McGahn to fire Mueller, lots of contacts with Russia,
this is
interference with special account.
Impeach him. Impeach the motherfucker. Isn't that what she said? Who said that? Rashad?
Exactly. That Khalid.
Impeach the motherfucker. That's what it's going to take. And I said this earlier today on Bob's show, when we have a certain section of our Democrat side that says, no, we don't want to impeach, because if we do, we're feeding right into the right and they're going to get all upset. I don't give a shit if they get upset. They're upset already. Fuck them. They're not worried about your feelings. Wasn't that somebody put on their T-shirt, fuck your feelings? That's what they said over there? Well, guess what, baby? I don't care about their feelings. They can whine and bitch all they want. The facts come out, and let the facts speak for themselves.
We got to have the hearings, John.
That's it.
During Watergate.
That's right.
I mean, the Watergate committee hearings made the difference.
Exactly. Nixon didn't resign until the Republicans in the Senate turned on his ass. And that's exactly what's got to happen here. And that's what we might as well quit dicking around with Donnie the dictator, because he doesn't give a shit. His whole plan is chaos and delay and stall and lie and cheat and whatever he has to do to get to the next election. That's his game. We need to take this shit. We elected these new congressmen in there for a reason. AOC is a big example of that. Make waves. Start asking the questions. Start digging into shit and ask those in a way that the American people can understand what the answer is. That's what we need to do.
That goes to another thing, though, John, and that is we have AOC saying her thing. We also have Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer saying theirs, and they don't quite line up. We have got to pull together. We're never going to be 100%.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. You know, when Steny Hoover came out today and said again that we don't want to. Hoyer?
Yeah.
Hover? I got Hover. Hover. I don't know. Steny. Hoyer. Steny Hoyer from Maryland. You know, he might be a good guy, but coming out telling me that we might as well wait the 18 months it's going to take to let the American people decide. We're going to decide. That's not the point. The point is that we are faced with a man that has committed high crimes and misdemeanors.
Don, thank you for donating $1 through Super Chat. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Don. Appreciate that, buddy. Every dollar counts. How do you do that? Wait,
they're doing it
to
through
get the
Super
dollar
Chat.
out, stick a stamp on that sucker, go to your window and just, babe. No, I don't know how to do it.
Carrier pigeons.
I don't know how Super Chat works myself. I really don't.
It's in the YouTube the YouTube chat on our live stream. It's just a little button you can hit, and you can donate directly without having to go down in to the description or whatever.
I never knew what it was until Travis.
Really quick though, I would just. Wait, what was it? Oh man, I hope the internet's not going out. Yeah, everybody's sounding auto-tuned and robot-y right now. I hope the internet's not going to cut out. But really quick, before we go any further, the comments on Facebook and YouTube just go by so fast, it's really hard to pick out one. But I saw one that I think can add to this conversation really well. It was by Squizzy Bollocks, which is a really...
Squizzy Bollocks.
Really funny username.
I love the names on YouTube, baby.
But
Oddly Wired, I know that guy by heart.
Yeah, and their one comment was just a hashtag release the taxes.
Release the taxes, baby.
Release the taxes.
Yeah.
Damn right.
Oh, and
that's where it's going to come
but
from.
You're not smart enough to read them.
Oh yeah, no, we're not smart enough to read that.
Velda, did you want to say something?
Travis, one of the people on YouTube was wanting to know if you could send this Richard Barr that put up to Facebook.
Can you put that on Facebook?
Wait, this the stream or the donation links?
No, the thing where you put up over on the side that Sparky put up.
Oh, okay. I'll take care of that.
Oh, cool. Thank you, Sparky.
That's what's so great about having friends that know how to do that shit so quick.
Yeah, because
I have no idea what you was asking for.
Just sit there and direct. What the hell?
But because I'm unfortunately not. This is what I miss doing from the old live streams. Is I actually miss being able to write in the chats, because I used to love communicating with the chats on YouTube and Facebook, but with everything I got going on right now, I can't necessarily
that's where
do
you
that.
And I differ. I have a difficult time typing, texting a conversation. When I write, I prefer
have
to
to
sit down
hold you
and
by the wrist and go, hey, go talk to people in Discord for crying out loud.
I'd rather turn on the microphone and talk.
Yeah, well, no, that's fine.
But
that's fine.
Yeah, I'm terrible at that.
I like both of them.
Yeah. But anyway, so to my...
I'm popping for a reason.
To my fam out there, or our fam out in the YouTube and Facebook comments, I miss talking to y'all, because right now I'm juggling too many things to be able to do that efficiently, because I miss reading all the conversations you guys have. Because unfortunately on our little screen here, it's so lightning fast, we try to pick you guys out as fast as we can, but I also love the idea that y'all have so many conversations in the chat. That's what really gets me happy, because it's like we really, all of us together, everybody in the call, everybody in the chat, we've built this community up, and that's awesome. Like, while we're having our conversation, y'all are having y'all's conversation. It's great.
I've promoted that ever since I started this. It's the best thing that you can do is reach out and talk to somebody, collude with somebody in the chat.
Out your pickup truck window.
Out my truck window, anywhere else we can get the message going. It's just a way to make a. That's right, baby. Hold on. Back up them pigs a little bit. I smell them up here. I remember that. Anybody else here have CB? I had one. I had one. Yeah. Cajun Cowboy. That was me.
Elder probably did.
KPQ 8806. The 88s are in there, baby. 88s are hugs and kisses.
Well,
I have one 1980 Toyota pickup.
You had one in your pickup, Sparky?
Yeah, my 1980 Toyota pickup that I bought from my dad.
What was your handle?
I didn't have a handle.
You didn't have a handle. I had a handle.
How did you not have a handle?
Yeah, really. Somebody had to call you.
Well, I barely used it. The only time I used it was when I was doing something illegal, like going up gas.
I have two of them out there in my shop right now, and I used to run one in my truck. And the reason I did was because I used to drive a lot up around Houston and whatnot. I would never turn that thing on until there's an accident. Until I start seeing brake lights come on, I'm going to turn that radio on, because every one of them trucks you see out there, they still use that thing. And they're talking about what lane to get into to get the hell out of this shit. So,
that's how I got into it too. My uncle was a truck driver, and I used to go with him a lot. And I ended up putting one in my 1970 Dodge. What the hell was it? I don't even remember. But big old car, and mine was Polish print. Oh God,
Polish print.
Then, yeah.
Oh man, see, we all got a history, baby.
We sure do.
Yeah, we do. If you look down memory road, all the shit, 8 tracks. We was tickled to death with them.
Until the 8-track player ate the tape.
I'm sorry, what?
Until the 8-track player ate your tape, and then.
Yeah.
What did you say, Velda? I'm sorry.
What I was trying to say was I really appreciate when somebody hollers there's an accident ahead.
Yeah.
So we can get over.
Yeah. Yeah. That's I always turn it on. It worked all the time, but I don't have any interest in talking to anybody going down the road.
I'd say to everybody right now, as crazy as shit is right now, and whether or not we're gonna, and I know this sounds conspiracy theory and all that, but if we were to end up in what I think Trump is trying to call for a civil war, if we were to end up in it, that wouldn't be bad technology to have in your hand.
I got 2 of them. That's it.
I've got 2.
Yeah.
No, actually, I've got 3.
They still work too. I mean,
Aussie, thank you for the $5 donation. We appreciate it. He writes, or they write, keep up the resistance.
That's it, baby. Aussie, we appreciate it, baby. We are the resistance, and we need to keep that going, that mantra going, because we're resisting the destruction of our country is what we're doing.
That was my whole purpose today. That was my whole message. There's one other thing I want to bring up in all of this, John, but then I got to get out.
What's up?
The way all of this came to us, that it was precluded with Barr's announcement after he had already had everything shared to him long before, and then shared it with the White House. And the way that it came out are 2 entirely different things. We look at this thing right now, and all it's really doing, and this is the message that's got to get across, all it's doing is showing the duplicity in this White House.
He's covering up for him just like he did for Reagan and Bushy Bushy too.
Barr knows what he's doing. He's done it before.
He covered up Iran Contra. He covered up the.
I remember.
Yes. That's why that's the audition letter that Barr wrote to Donnie. Assured Donnie that he was the man that was going to get him out of it.
19 pages of I'll get you out of this, buddy. Don't worry. Anyway, I'm tired of the liars. Let's keep pushing, but I got to get to bed. I'll talk to y'all soon.
All right, Leo, we're glad you stopped by.
You're no fart. Still got to work.
Still got to get up and punch the clock. All right, Leo, take care of yourself, buddy.
Hey, John.
You guys too.
All right.
And you girls too. Velda, Linda, good to hear some female voices.
All right,
We'll
all right,
see you
Leo,
tomorrow.
quit trying to suck up now, buddy. That's all right.
Hey, you were talking earlier, John,
I'm sorry.
about Putin and Trump having a private conversation with nobody there taking notes or anything.
Yes, it's happened 6 or 7 times now.
And so, anyways, then all of a sudden, here we go. Trump backs out of the nuclear agreement. Makes you wonder.
Talking to Kim Il-jung.
I'm telling you. Yeah, Kim Jong-un now is going to meet with Putin.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What do you think about him not putting somebody on the racism committee of the United Nations?
I'm sorry, you broke up a little bit there, Spark. What did you say?
Trump didn't name anybody to be on the racism commission on the United Nations.
Committee from the United States. We have no one on this committee.
Does that shock me? Does that
No.
shock anybody out there? No.
No. But it just went out to the world that he's a fucking racist.
That's exactly what he is. He's a racist, bigoted asshole who's in this for the money, baby. That's it. You know, he'll bankrupt this country just like he's done every other business he's ever had. You know, this country is no different. You know, he hugged the flag, kissed my ass. He's here to pick the pocket, baby. That's what he's doing. And the rich are letting him do it. And those in the Republican Party are allowing him to do it every day. You know, the more their silence is the worst thing about this whole shit, is that we can all see what's going on a daily basis, and we have lawmakers in our house that are refusing to do their constitutional duty of oversight.
He's going to fly down to Bribe Collection Center in Mar-a-Lago.
Yes, he's headed down he's going down to Mar-a-Lago, the home of golden sunshine, golden showers, and fine Russian hospitality. You can't beat it. Some religious restrictions apply. And did anybody see the montage that is going around on social media now that somebody did about Fox News and all their commentary about when Obama was in, and just letting that play? I'm getting a lot of.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh Lord, it's about 3 minutes long, I think, and it's every Fox News commentator from Sean Hannity to Tucker Carlson, Laura Ingraham, all of them, the whole 9 yards, and everybody on Fox showing their outrage over this and that, the golf thing. Oh, look at this. The president is going down to play golf. He goes to play golf all the time. They're talking about Obama. They're not calling him out by name.
I've seen it.
Yes, it's just everything that Donnie is doing. Everything that they were calling out at 10-fold, 100-fold worse.
Exactly.
Yes, and this whole montage of all these Fox News outrageous statements about Obama can be linked directly, every one of them, to the asshole that is in our house, and it shows the hypocrisy and the degradation that Fox News calls itself over there.
I think he's mostly parroting what they say. I don't know that he's got an
They're in
original
bed with
thought.
each other. Donnie calls Sean Hannity every night, I bet. What are you doing, buddy? I'm so happy with what you said today.
Oh, yes.
Can you say some more nice things about me tomorrow?
Really quick, we got to thank Reggie Carter, who donated $19.99 through Super Chat, and they write, "I love you, John. Seattle reporting for duty. Stand for what's right. Darkness cannot drive out darkness.
That's right,
Only
baby.
light can do that.
Only light can do that, so turn that blue light on, baby.
Hate cannot drive out hate. Only loving blue dots can do that."
That's our job, baby. That's what we're talking about. If you're, I say it all the time, you don't even have to know my name or who I am. If you're on this side of the fence, baby, you're a blue dot, baby. You're out there on this crusade to save this country, because the right is running it right down into the ditch, baby. We really appreciate that, and I notice his comments all the time.
Yeah.
He's in there. We appreciate you being in there. There's so many names on the it's easier to remember, like Karen Cormier. I just seen her thing go by. But on YouTube, it's harder to remember some of the names, but some of them really, like I say, Oddly Wired, know it. Shawnee Love, I know it by heart. There are just a bunch of them I know, and it's just great. I love the fact that we can.
Yeah, no, it's again we in a
Val Wood.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's really neat to, it's like you get to know people even if it's somewhat. It's not necessarily that it's indirect, but it's it's. You recognize them. It's like when we go to conventions every year. I see people all the time that I recognize and know of and have talked to.
I've got names all around me.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I got names everywhere I look. There's somebody has sent me something. I can't pull it out of my butt every time. I know some things by heart, and others I have to go dig to find out who sent me that. I can't. T-shirts are the worst. Who sent me this shirt? Jesus, I got to go back and look at the videos. And go back there and look at the first time I wore this shirt or any other shirt, to listen to the video, to remind myself who sent me that shirt. But I'm thankful for every little gift I have. My T-shirt collection is just out of this world. Y'all just don't know.
Anyway, the point of this was just to say, like, it's real. Again, it goes with the whole community thing that I was talking about earlier. It's just super, super awesome, and definitely makes us, because when we live out here in the middle of nowhere surrounded by red, it's good to know that there's a world outside of this little neighborhood that we live in that doesn't think the same way. So anyway,
and on that note, I also want to call out Christina, if you're watching tonight, darling, I dropped off the spider at the store. As a matter of fact, I dropped off 2 of them, one for you and one for somebody you want give one to. And I did the same thing at the post office for Yvette in Barr. I dropped off 2 spiders there. Yvette wasn't at work today, so I just left it up there. And those are my 2 postal workers that work for me all the time. Or not me, they work for all of us. And I'm thankful for them. So those are local people that Christina, she's the girl at the store that I go to all the time. And she knows, she watches the show all the time. She's probably watching this evening, I hope. And she's a joy to see every day when I have to go in the store for get milk or some shit like that.
Yeah. So basically we want to thank everybody for watching the show and supporting us and all that. And again, thank you again, Reggie, for your kind donation. It goes a long way, and we really appreciate it.
Doesn't he sound professional when he does that shit?
Yeah, well, I have to try to keep track of things here. So now I'm going to let you do your thing and get back to the conversation.
What conversation were we having?
I don't know. There's a lot of shit
He's
going on.
He's a dick, and he does dick things. That's what he does.
By the way, we want to welcome Jen Morgan to the chat here. Hey, Jen.
Hi, Jen.
Hey, Jen.
Hey, Travis. Hey, all. Sorry I'm late.
No, don't worry about it. I don't know if Dad ever gave the memo to everybody that we were going to start doing this at 7:30. But, I mean, regardless, you only show up when you can and when you want to. Like, again, it's chill here. We got this.
It's chillier?
It's chill here.
Oh,
it's chill. It's chill. I don't use much slang, but I'll use it here. It's chill.
It's chill. Maestro uses that. When I call Maestro, what are you doing, Maestro? Chilling. That means he's at the house, and I can.
Anybody remember those '90s commercials with Budweiser? What's up, B? Not much, man. Just chilling, watching the game, having a bud.
What's
up with you? Yeah, you got it.
What's that?
I love the frog.
Yeah,
that's
same
the one I
here.
like. Yeah, bud.
My favorite one since I was an electrician was Louis when the sign blew up or whatever. He said, "Never send a weasel. Never send a weasel to do it." Or no, never send a ferret to do weasel's job.
Yes, I remember that.
I love those strings of commercials because it told an entire story over the course of years.
Yeah, it
was
wild.
So good.
They had additions go on and on and on.
And commercials took the time to make puppets and animatronics and stop motion and all that other shit.
That's why we all, get all hyped up for the Super Bowl, because we know there's going to be some outstanding commercials. Half the people tune in just to see the commercials.
That's me.
That's Travis. He wants to see that.
I'm not much for sports ball.
What's that, Miss Liz?
I said, and the halftime show.
Oh, and the halftime show. Well, that's when I get up. I am a football guy. I like to watch football. I like to watch my Cowboys. Doesn't mean they're going to win.
I like my Hawks.
Your Hawks? See, baby, we all got we got a team, baby. We all have a team we're rooting on.
Choice between the
Go Niners.
Niners. See there? There's the 49ers up there.
Steelers.
Steelers.
I was born in 49, too.
We got the whole NFL here, baby. One of my one of my good friends up in Pittsburgh. She's a big Steelers fan, and we converse during season.
I've been a Steelers fan since Chuck Noll days, about 1970. So I've been following them. So I've been through thick and thin with them.
That's what I tell people. Cowboys win, lose or tie. I'm a Cowboys fan till I die. That kind of shit.
Except you should all be a Packers fan because they're the only socialist team in the country. They're owned by the people.
They are. They're owned by the people that up in. I don't know who it is. I knew that they were the only team that was owned by the fans.
It was my dad's favorite team.
Really? Green Bay Packers is one of those teams that you look back on history.
But the stock is basically not worth much until you want to sell it.
Yeah.
No, it's not even worth anything then.
you hold on to it for sentimental reasons there.
Yep, that's it. I have 2 shares and it's useless.
There you go. That's it. But they're a prized possession, baby.
It down from generation to generation.
That's where you can look at your buddy. Yeah. I own the Packers. What do you own? Here it says right here, I own the Packers.
The only time I saw a 49ers game, they were still playing at Kezar Stadium. So that's how old I am.
Wow. Oh, Lord.
Well, I
days, huh?
I go back to Y.A. Tittle and R.C. Owens.
Boy, howdy. In my house, we have a conflict. My wife is a Houston Texans fan, and I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, and that works fine until they play each other. And then it's not so nice all of a sudden. Yeah.
Do you end up with burned dinner?
Here, one side's on the Cowboys,
if I'm lucky, I get dinner. If I'm lucky. If I'm losing, I'll get a good dinner. If I'm winning, chances are I'm going somewhere to get something to eat, baby, because we're hungry.
No, I'm a fan of 2 teams, the Packers and whoever's playing Dallas.
Oh, see, there's a lot of that out there. See, there's a lot of out there. There's a lot of haters out there. How many Super Bowls do we have? 5. I just wanted to throw that out there. It's been a long time ago, but
we got 6.
I know it, y'all went ahead. Shit, now we got to work harder. I haven't been happy with
not with that Jerry Jones at the helm.
Well,
he just like to buy his yacht.
Yes, we all have our crosses to bear down here. That's one of ours. I'm tired of watching them lose. God damn it! It's just pitiful. I'm just sick of this shit. I'm sick of this
don't
shit.
Even go into it.
I love my Hawks, but I was really thrilled to have them win
That's
at
why
least once in my lifetime.
I watch NASCAR just for the wrecks to keep me occupied until football season starts again.
Yeah, like George Carlin said about NASCAR.
Yeah.
Go like a left turn. Go like a left turn. Go like a left turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's 3 tracks they make right turns on, people.
Yeah, there's 3 of them. That confuses them, though. It really gets hectic out there. Right turn? Are you shitting me? The GPS is out of order.
Road racing.
And I've been to Sonoma. It's a cool track.
There you go.
I used to attend a local speedway. What's that?
Sears Point.
Sears Point. Sonoma
now it's called Sonoma.
Yeah, I watch that one on TV every once in a while. Again,
I got free for the traffic there at race weekend at Sonoma and Napa. Just stay the hell away. It's bad.
You know what my favorite race is? Bristol. I like them. Pack them in there tight. Let's start this thing. It looks like they're racing in a bowl.
We left Vallejo, if you know where Vallejo is.
Right.
Yeah, I do.
To go to Sonoma at 7:00 in the morning, and in 2005. I went to the race there. I had free ticket, thanks to the guy I knew. And we went there. It took us 2.5 hours to get parked.
From Vallejo to Cedars Point.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
Yeah,
not for what, 10 miles?
Was that
yeah.
on 37?
Well, yeah, that road that goes out of we cut through Mare Island and then got on the road that went out there.
Yeah, that's 37. That's a one-way. That's a two-lane road.
I know, but we got on right where the freeway off ramp was that went to it, and it was bottlenecked there. But then once you got through the bottleneck, you just went like crazy until you got over by the racetrack, and then you were just dead stop. And it took us. We got over there about 8 o'clock. It took us about an hour and a half to get to the parking lot, and we're right there at the racetrack.
Medicinal purposes only.
And then we waited like 2.5 hours after the race was over to try to leave.
Exactly.
Oh, I can imagine.
I've been to Indianapolis.
I went to Vallejo on race day the opposite direction. I saw that traffic and I said, because I had to drop off my ex-wife there in Vallejo, and I said, I'm going the long way home through Napa.
I went to Indianapolis Speedway, and guess who paid for my trip? Y'all did. and I appreciate that very much, by the way. Y'all did. I was working for Uncle Sam. They sent me to a convention there in Indianapolis, and nice hotel accommodations. We made the best place I ever stayed.
That's the nice thing about IBM. They sent me to a lot of nice places.
Oh yeah, the Army sent me to conventions and whatnot to learn stuff, how to do my job better, and I went to the Army Management College.
I did a guest instructor slot in Atlanta. It was a lot of fun.
My traveling days are over, unless and I have a dream again. Mama's been looking at RVs again, and yes.
I've been drooling over some of the new ones.
It was one of the best experiences of my life here in the States. Was when I retired. We took our RV around the country, and was making it around. We made it all over we zigzagged Texas, went all over the East Coast out here, went up to Kentucky, Ohio, Tennessee, all that stuff. Zipped over up to South Dakota, was at Mount Rushmore when the trip ended. That was 9/11.
You like some pigtail turns I got up there.
Oh, I loved it up there. We were just fixing to headed from Rapid City. We were going to go into a little bit of Idaho and Wyoming and stuff, and go into Montana.
Snake, that's a beautiful run.
I wanted to go in there, but all of a sudden 9/11 happened. We were at Mount Rushmore that day, or not at Mount Rushmore. We were in Rapid City. We had just been.
We were at Mount Rushmore the day before.
Yeah, the day before.
September 10th.
And I had just retired from the Army.
Mount Rushmore is where you go down those pigtail turns.
Oh, it was just gorgeous up there. I wanted to, but like I said, the trip ended. We came home for a little while there. I thought, oh shit, I might get recalled to go back to work. Not enlisted, but at my job where I used to work for the Army, and but I didn't. And but we ended up going back out to the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, we went
a few more trips, but it was that trip going around the country, staying this RV park or this state park or whatever. That I just made it met an abundance of people, just outstanding people.
What is the term? We were traveling nomads at that point. We were just kind of
we was wishy-washy.
Yeah,
I loved it. We ended up in Colorado at Pikes Peak and all that stuff. We were going down Interstate 40, 20, whatever it was up there. There was an exit coming up that said
70.
pre-1940 something, Route 66 this way. Boom. Well, I mean, tell you, we took it right there. Ended up somewhere else we weren't even planning on going.
I've been down that road a few times.
Well, we've traveled up and down 66 a little bit. but yeah, just getting out into the country and visiting and meeting people and shit. It was just eye-opening, you know.
I want to see something from the chat really quick. YouTube chat, Facebook chat. Where are your favorite places to travel? I'm curious. I want to see where everybody's favorite places to travel is. So we're gonna.
Mine?
No, am I talking to you?
No, you ain't talking.
I'm talking to the chat.
Talking to the chat. Travis wants to know where y'all want to go.
Yeah, I want to know.
I want to go to them places they always advertise on TV. You know, the beaches, crystal clear water, and all that shit.
Oh, that Caribbean shit.
Yeah, whatever. That stuff. The last vacation I had, the Navy gave it to me. That was it.
Oh man.
But
yeah, we're gonna wait a few.
I may take a trip up to my national park here.
Ooh, that'll be nice.
You know,
it's only 50 miles away. I can see the mountain from here.
Talking about Yosemite?
Mount Lassen.
Mount Lassen.
Mount Lassen. I haven't been to Lassen.
I got to drive a little ways.
It's a hell of a national park. I mean,
I have to drive a ways to see mountains, but we have them. You know,
you can climb the mountain. Climb the mountain in the summertime, and
because they go so high from so low.
You can
Wayne
park,
and I want to go back
park
to,
at the base of the mountain and climb up 10,000 feet and see everything from Oregon to Nevada on the top of that mountain.
That's an incredible view.
Yeah, I you know, down here on the coast, there's a little bit of terrain right around where I live. You know, I'm in a little river valley. Got to go over a few bumps and all that stuff, but nothing. I'd have to drive a long way to see mountains, but we have them. But I'd like to really, you know, the hill country of Texas is probably the prettiest part of Texas to me.
It is.
And I can't afford to live up there. I'm where I'm at for the duration, baby. I was talking to somebody about that, about moving. I don't want to move again. I never want to pack this shit up again. Never want to put it in another box.
That's my problem with moving somewhere.
Oh, God, it's a pain in the ass.
I don't want to pack it up again.
No.
Tell me about that, John. It's a fucking pain in the ass.
I mean, and being military for a long time. Oh, are you? Oh, no. I feel for you because I just hate that shit.
Got some packing boxes if you want.
Just got a $10 super donation.
Yes, we did, from Emma Carter Williams, and they write, "Thanks for keeping us all sane, John. You have an awesome family. I dream of the day that the orange pendejo leaves by any means necessary." Thank you so much, Emma.
Thank you, Emma, very much, darling. We're trying to get rid of the pendejo. Yes. There's. I need to perfect my Spanish.
Hear, Mike Wallace today?
Did I hear from Mike Wallace? Oh, no, I didn't.
Did you watch?
No, he didn't call me.
Oh.
No,
you mean
Mike Wallace.
What did he say?
Mike Wallace from off of Fox News.
His son. It's not Mike Wallace. It's his son.
Oh, it's his son?
I was going to say, I didn't think Mike was on it.
I know. I've seen a story about Shepard Smith said something, or had something on his newscast on Fox that was not flattering to Donnie. That they were...
know if Mike's going to have a job.
What was the story that you were talking about though?
He was going over the Mueller report and calling it what it really was, and so he's an old-time reporter, you know, and
right. He's one of
he
the few
reported. Yeah, he's from Walter Cronkite's time.
Right.
And he told it like it was. So I'm wondering if he's even going to have a job.
Well, you know, occasionally
He's not Mike Wallace. It's his son.
That's his son. Yeah.
Forget his name.
Yeah. Him
Chris
and Shepard.
Wallace.
Chris Wallace. There you go.
That's it.
Yeah, I saw a story about him and Shepard Smith today, airing out the Mueller report and pointing out just how corrupt this president is. Now, occasionally that happens over there because it's the news segment of Fox News. They're more obliged to tell the truth.
Talk shows that get weird.
The rest of it is all opinion-driven. Sean Hannity, Sean Pannity, and Tucker and all those. Those are mouths over there with the opinion. They have nothing to do with the news. And
that's the entertainment side.
That's the entertainment that keeps the minions occupied. And that's what's so sad is there is no truth over there, and occasionally Fox News forces them to see it. And so good on them that they do that occasionally. You know, that's how come I love that little meme. I mean, that little video that's going around about with the Fox News. If y'all get a chance, go check that out. It's funny as shit. It's not comedy. It's funny just because it shows the hypocrisy that disgusting ass station is. You know, Fox News is the most anti-American piece of crap you can put on your TV. It does nothing but spread hate, discontent, the same way that asshole up in the office does. You know, they spend.
Well, that's because it's getting Saudi money.
Yes. Oh.
And the show Donnie watches all the time is Three Morons on a Couch.
Yeah. Fox and Friends in the morning. Are you shitting me? That's where he gets his morning intel from. That's it. That's the presidential daily briefing right there. Yeah, God. That's what to sit down and watch them and sit there and on his freaking bed tweet out things about Fox and Friends in the morning and crap. It's sickening.
On his little golden toilet.
Right alone, right there. That's enough to impeach his ass because he's stupid. He's like a teenager sitting on his bed getting on Twitter every time he turns around. Jesus, are you shitting me?
Take his phone away from him.
Nothing has embarrassed this country more.
Unsecured phone too.
Yes. Oh, well, that doesn't matter, dear. Well, Jarrett's using WhatsApp to talk to Prince Slice and Dice over there. It's just ridiculous. The hypocrisy of not only Fox News, the hypocrisy of the right, totally, everything. The Republican Party, the evangelical, everything you want to pile up on over there have just disgraced themselves in everything that they ever said that they stood for. Because it's all bullshit. It's what they sell to get your money and your vote, and that's it, baby. They're not interested in anything else.
Exactly.
You know, they push their hatred, they push their division, their racism, their bigotry. They empower those that have those disgusting freaking ways about them to come out of the woodwork, and that's what he keeps doing. And this today, in his eyes, another Zis Boom Ba from Barr about no collusion and no obstruction, and we just got to go on about our kiss my ass. I don't want to play nice no more. I do.
No, that worked last time, and he obfuscated until they forgot about insisting on it. But they better not forget about insisting on it now. We have to see the whole report, unredacted.
Well, he's hoping a whole lot of people are going to forget this weekend.
The committee's got to be able to see it.
Well, that's what I say. The people that we put in the Congress this last, in the midterms, those people were elected and put in there for a reason. And the reason is that we have to fight to get this country back because of the disgusting manner in which this man is running our country. Everything that you can think of, from the EPA down to the banking laws to anything else they can get the hell away with. And it ain't working, and it's going to tank. Our economy is going to tank. It's not going to ride this way forever. And then we'll do the same thing that happens every damn time a Republican gets in office. We run this country bankrupt.
Yep.
That's what we do. It's
and
every
we got to
time.
come in and bail their asses out.
Yes, every damn time a Democrat has to come in and repair this shit. It's just getting ridiculous. But now they've gone off the deep end with this one. I don't know how any decent American can still support this man in any way. Every American should be standing in the street demanding that this man be removed from our house, because it's an embarrassment. He's a disgusting liar. He's a cheat. He's a thief. He's selling this country out.
Anybody that can't see he's a con man is the mark.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. The one that's the mark. The one that's getting his pockets picked.
Yep.
It's
Card Monty, anybody?
Did you see your ex-governors getting ready to bail out of the cabinet?
I'm sorry, say that again, Spark.
Your ex-governor, Rick Perry's getting ready to bail out of the cabinet.
Oh, is he? He's finally going to pull the chute.
Too bad.
Yeah. Don't send him back down here. We don't need him.
Please.
Yeah. We don't need his ass down here again. He was a stupid ass governor, and there you go.
Anybody remember that stupid commercial? Oh, go ahead, Velda.
I said I think he was a little bit more smarter than Sarah's daddy was.
Which
Huckabee?
Yeah. And she got nailed. She got called out in the Mueller report for being a liar also. That little tid. But of course, we all knew she was, but she got called out for being a liar on, when she said that the people in the FBI don't like Comey, and that was they were using that as justification for Comey's firing. Well, nobody in the FBI likes him.
That's not true.
No, it was a lie. Just like everything, Sarah Sanders is a turd polisher.
You think you talk about the FBI, they ain't going to come after you if you badmouth them?
No shit. And he badmouths them all the time. And it's just ridiculous. He's attacked every institution of this country, every pillar that we have. He's trying to kick out from underneath her and knock our house down, baby. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to make it into a completely chaos situation to where somebody is hollering, well, we need a dictator. Somebody needs to take control. All that bullshit.
Oh, man.
It's chaos, baby. That's what he sells. That's his main product is chaos. But what do I know, though? I'm just watching my country go down the tubes with this shit. And now, he touts us. What Kim Jong-un trying to test another missile or something, a tactical weapon.
Yeah, didn't he just do that, yesterday or 2 days ago?
There's another little flick in the face there, Donnie, and now he's going to go meet with Putin, Doesn't seem like the plan's working there, Donnie.
He's still my best friend.
Oh, yeah, we love each other. It was a love affair. Yeah. Well, get your tongue out of his ass. How about that? Your breath smells like shit, Donnie.
The two tiny rocket men.
Yeah, that's it, man. But right now I'd have more faith in Kim Jong-un holding up whatever he's doing rather than Donnie. Donnie's going to blow in the wind every damn day.
I don't know. They're both about equal.
His staff doesn't even know what the hell he's going to say from 1 minute to the next.
True.
We've seen that example so many time and time again. Just somebody the State Department or some of the Treasury was going to hit a Russian company or some company with sanctions because they're doing business with North Korea, and Donnie an hour later came out and said, nope, we're not doing that. And it was sanctions against 2 Russians that were still doing business, I think, with North Korea.
Well, actually, I watched a Vice documentary on that a few days ago. So I didn't know this, but there are secret North Korean camps on the border of, I believe, China and Russia, or it's on the Russian side of the border. And what it is
North Korea shares a border with Russia.
Yeah, well, it could have been
a bitty part of it.
I think if I remember correctly on the map, it was the locations of these camps were near China, but I could be wrong on that. But anyway, so I guess what the story is the economy in North Korea is so shitty, they've been trying to find work or ways to make an income anywhere. Right. So what they have in Russia are these camps that they're allowing the North Koreans to do things like wood cutting. So they're cutting down trees and making lumber and all that shit. And they're basically these camps where they take their citizens, put them in Russia, but they don't tell them they're in Russia. They still think they're in North Korea because everything at these camps are built like they are in North Korea with plenty of propaganda for Kim Jong-un. These people don't get paid any money, and North Korea is getting the money, obviously, but they're not going to get any of the money. They're just there for forced labor.
They're there for the People's Republic of North Korea.
Yeah, so Russia is housing forced labor camps for North Korea, making North Koreans work on their behalf.
There's a small corner where North Korea, China, and Russia all converge in a small area there.
There's like one railroad track that runs out of North Korea into Russia.
Into Russia.
And that's probably where they're putting them on railroad cars, shipping them over there.
Yeah.
So there's there's deals being made between North Korea and Russia. And I don't know. If you add all the little dominoes up and all that shit, it sure looks to me like Donnie's trying to sell this country out straight to Russia, baby.
Yeah.
Straight to Russia.
I would highly recommend y'all watch that little. It's a mini series on YouTube. It's 7 episodes. They're about 6 minutes each, and it's this. They're following one of the Vice reporters going into these camps, trying to talk to the North Koreans about it. And oh man,
I like that Vice.
They get followed by the Korean government and the Russian government, I believe, at one point because they don't like them there with them cameras. So it's really entertaining.
This shit up, the same thing will happen here.
And I'll tell you, it's like
what are you doing there, comrade? We're gonna follow you around.
Here, just to not to give any spoilers, but to kind of give premise to how intense this gets. To get one, they ran into somebody who knows how to get in, and they worked with the Russian mafia. So they were like, "Get in my car, I'll take you there."
Yeah.
And the guy had a shotgun. He had a shotgun and everything, and they were like, "Fuck it, let's go." So they go on this adventure with this guy, and I mean, obviously on their part it went okay, but no, it was.
You saw the video, so I guess it all went all right.
Yeah, no, exactly. But they knew that they had to hide all the footage because by the end of the adventure, they went and talked to them and like, "We're gonna confiscate all your shit." Thankfully, they uploaded and got all their shit out before they could get rid of it. So
a free press is the essential part of democracy, baby. We need, and it's under attack.
AKA the enemy of the state,
enemy of the people. It's all fake news.
Vice reporters are some of the bravest reporters in the world.
Bravest reporters and bravest people. Period. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they got some huevos, baby.
They go where nobody else goes.
Yeah, I like. If you haven't checked out Vice News, Vice. It's is HBO still doing that?
Yeah, the HBO, but the YouTube channel has way more content.
It has a lot more content.
I'll never forget the one on what was it? Shit, give me a minute.
Don't stall like that.
Yeah,
Dead air.
Look, you do that all the time. Damn it.
Me, baby. I always remember what the hell I'm doing.
Where was the protests with the tiki torches? God damn it!
Oh, that was Charlottesville.
Charlottesville. Thank you. I knew it was a Ville, but I was like, what first name? Anyway, the Charlottesville episode was probably one of my favorites because they had a female reporter go in. And she had so much bravery to go follow around the white supremacists.
Yeah.
And
get right in their face too.
And not only, well, the thing is though, is they're so non-biased when they're doing their job.
Yeah.
Like they don't look at her as a threat because she's just telling the story. And I mean, she's brave enough to go jump in the van with him and, potentially be associated with him and all that other shit. Anyway. It was just so.
And then one guy she interviewed got arrested.
Yes. Oh my God. Please tell me you've seen the video of him crying on the internet, going, "I got a warrant out for my arrest."
I'm on it. Kiss my ass. Stick your face all over the TV, carry tiki torch, and talking the shit he did. He deserved every bit he got. That's
a lot of them got fired.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't act like a fool, and you won't get arrested.
That's right. You go sticking your tiki torch face right up there on front of the camera. The whole world is watching, and probably somebody in your hometown, probably your mama's watching, and she's got to explain that stuff at church. Are you kidding me?
Well, just to be clear, the reason why this wacko got arrested was he was the one carrying all the assault weapons in his hotel room.
He was a real badass. He was really there to,
and quoted, we're coming.
He was a real badass.
Yeah, he thought he was. Yeah, until they plastered his name and face all over the news. And he cried. A lot of them on social media, these idiots that do stupid shit. They get all upset because, now people are picking on them on Facebook. Are you shitting me? Shut up.
And they're still not calling them what they are. They're real terrorists.
They are.
They are. That's exactly what they are.
They fucking killed a person that day. God damn it.
Are you crying because you're sorry, or are you crying because you got busted?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Oh, it's because he got busted.
He got busted. That's it.
I could do that. Get away with it.
Who was
like
that?
Barbecue Becky and all these parking lots.
Oh God, that woman.
The people that those are the people that are empowered.
They get called out, and some of them have lost their jobs. Oh man. Oh, sorry.
Well, hey, I got an idea. Don't be a racist asshole, and maybe shit like that won't happen to you. Don't be a dick. It's just that. That's a simple thing.
That's my motto in life.
DDAA.
Did you see the video of those two guys at Pete Buttigieg's rally the other day? One dressed up as Satan.
Oh yes, I've seen that bullshit. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it yet, but I heard about it.
So one guy's dressed up as Satan.
Oh yes,
one guy's dressed up as Jesus on the cross, and one person's dressed up as Pete Buttigieg. He's whipping Jesus on the cross, and Jesus and Satan's like doing it. In other words, more fucking wackos. Yeah, let's just.
Hey! I know Pat Buchanan the other day came out and said, was it Pat? No, Pat Robertson. Pat Robertson said the reason
Let me hear
Notre Dame burnt down was because of the bubbling up of hell for burning all the homosexual. Jesus. Yeah, there you go, baby.
I wish he'd just freaking retire.
I wish he'd just croak. Ain't it time God called him up there? Ain't he got a job to do up there? Get your ass out of here with your...
Heaven's so nice. Get your ass out of here.
Yes.
You know what is going on? God doesn't want him.
Yeah.
He's waiting for the devil to take him.
He'll go up to heaven and say, get your ass down to hell.
Well, according to him...
St. Peter ain't going to let him through those pearly doors. I guarantee you that.
I hope.
Pat Robertson said the other day that Donnie's name was written in the book of life. And this is the part that killed me. This man, a man of God, supposedly, a preacher, the 700 Club, preaching to I don't know how many idiots out there, but he's telling them that Donald Trump will be a real estate mogul in heaven the same as on earth. And when you start to think about that for just a second, that means that Donnie the Dick is going to be in charge of who's going to get what mansion on what hill. And I thought that was like, God's thing. That he gets to give you a mansion on the hill in a crown of. See, that's another thing. I used to. Yes, when the discussion between Islamic terrorists come up and they think they're gonna, if they die during jihad or whatever, that they get a reward in heaven, and it's 72 virgins or whatever the shit it was they used to talk about. And somebody, I had a conversation with somebody one time, and I told him, I said, well, that's the exact, tells you what that religion values. And if you're going to get 72 virgins when you die because you died doing this or whatever, that tells you that the motivation there is sex. It's you want sex, you want 72 virgins, so you'll go kill yourself so you get 72 virgins as long as you take a bunch of people with you. And in our religions, well, over here, you get a mansion on a hill and a crown of jewels, a crown of gold and all that stuff and streets of gold. We value money. That's the motivating factor for our religions is, you're gonna be filthy rich. You're gonna have streets of gold, man. You're gonna be in a mansion. I don't know who your servants are gonna be. Lesser Christians, I guess.
Those people went to hell.
I'm glad I'm pagan.
Yeah, me too. I'm not in the club of either one of them, baby. I'm
I subscribe to no organized religion.
Yeah, I just, but it just, I love pointing out the little idiocracies of what some religious people say. And Pat Robertson is just one of those that just...
I know they can stand there and contradict themselves in full face.
Yes. I go Jim Baker. He's out there selling buckets of food. Baby, get ready for Armageddon. Jesus is coming. We all got to get ready. It's going to be years of turbulation, blood up to the bridle and all that shit. You need a bucket of food, and when you're done, you can float in the blood, holding the bucket.
When the rapture came in, it's all going to get taken up into the heaven. What the hell you need a bucket of food for?
Oh, yeah. See them bumper stickers all that. If this car is empty, it's the rapture. No shit. I'm telling you.
When God turns off your light switch, it's over with.
Yeah. Well,
John, let's send them a bucket of Kool-Aid.
Yeah, bucket of Kool-Aid. They all drank the Kool-Aid, baby. They're all drinking the Kool-Aid over there.
Jim, we need more Jim Jones.
Jim Jones, take them all down to South America. Let them form their own little community down there. We know how the last time that all worked out. It just... I don't know. For somebody who isn't into religion, I sit back sometimes and just, are you shitting me? It just comes up all the time. Are you shitting me?
Yeah.
I really believe in karma. What goes round comes round.
That's what if you do good things happen to you. That's about the closest thing. If you treat people nice, chances are they're going to treat you nice. And that's the way we should all get along. That's what amazes me when it comes to religion. The way that religion starts and the way it ends up is just totally different. We start with the red and yellow, black and white. They are precious in His sight. Jesus loves everybody. And by the time they get up to the end of the religion, no, baby. God says this, God says that. Got an asterisk on your name. You're gay. You're black. You're Hispanic. Whatever. There's some kind of bullshit asterisk.
The most Christian person that I know that's in the public light is Jimmy Carter.
Yes.
Amen to that. If anybody wants to see a man that has lived the life that the Bible teaches, well, there you go. Jimmy Carter's a good one. He's still doing it. I can't believe he's still doing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Except to shake his hand one time.
You want to talk about somebody who is a pillar of what giving means. That man's done it. He's done it, and he's done it ever since.
He helped build a solar farm at Plains, Georgia. That powers the whole damn town.
Yeah. Well, that's what Democrats do. We try to improve the world while Republicans, we're into coal, baby. Oil and gas and coal. That's where it's at. It's big money. Hurry up, drill that hole. Let's get it out of there, because it means money. They're not interested in building a better world or
as long as there's anything left in there.
They're gonna suck it dry, use it up until it's gone, baby. That's what
Trump signed paperwork today, making him totally in charge of supposedly of being able to drill wherever on any public lands, whatever.
Well, that public land shit always comes up because
go back on that.
we had family that lived up in Alaska that were born in Alaska, and for a while, I don't know if they still do, but they used to get a check every month. Used to get a check from or once a year or something.
Yeah, they still do.
Do they still get a check? There you go, baby.
Yes.
You know why?
Yeah,
because
my niece lives in Valdez, Alaska.
Yeah, because of the oil and gas industry. Because that oil and gas belongs to the people. And guess what? Every time that our government down here, we lease out public lands for drilling, you think that the oil companies are giving us anything back for that? Shit, no.
Hell no.
They're getting the oil out, gas out. They're selling it on the international market. I love it when they say, "Oh, well, we're producing at home here." Yeah, and we'll sell it to anybody with a buck. Yeah. That's it, baby. It's a commodity.
They're stealing our property.
Yes. And when I can't remember who it was that came up with the guaranteed income here in the United States, everybody ought to get $1,000 a month. That's not an outrageous idea when you start thinking about
Andrew Yang.
Yeah, Andrew Yang.
Young.
Yeah, that guy. That's not a bad idea. That's not a gift from being welfare shit. That's getting a return on your investment in this country.
Absolutely.
And that's because we give away more in subsidies and discounts to major corporations and all that shit where they don't even pay a dime in taxes. That's a bunch of bullshit.
Big ag
if we started enforcing those tax laws, to make those corporations in the 1% pay their fair share of tax, well, hell, we'd have enough money to pay everybody in this country $1,000 a month, every month. And who?
Yeah, and you know what happens when you pay money? Like
People spend it.
You spend it, baby.
Yeah, they spend every damn nickel of it.
You bet. You give a poor man money, and he's gonna go out and buy the shit he needs, whether it's groceries, maybe he'll get a new TV, maybe a new car. Maybe
a new pair of
shoes, clothing, whatever it is for his family. The rich man will have that money in his pocket by the end of the day. Because poor people, working class people that have to struggle for a living, they'll go out and spend that money, and it boosts the economy. That's the part that they don't want you to know. For them, it's all about trickle down economics. Ever since Reagan came up with the great idea of that bullshit, if you give to the rich, don't worry, the poor is going to get their share. Yeah, that's like giving a man a bottle of whiskey and letting him drink it and let him piss on you. There, you're getting the whiskey, you're just getting it filtered first. Yeah.
And that's the same guy that brought up the welfare queen that never existed.
Never existed. They use that mantra as well. They did it not long ago with the takers. Y'all are just takers. The rich people are the makers. They make jobs. Kiss my ass. The rich are the thieves of this country. The Betsy DeVosses that own 7 going on 8 or whatever yachts and shit like that.
Somebody else.
You know, it's the it's the utter waste of resources, not only here but around the world. I mean, there's so much wealth in this world that would be enough to take care of all the problems that we have, all of them: homeless, hunger, disease, all of it. We could cure all of it with the money that is controlled by the 1% or whatever you want to call it. You know, the lifestyles of the rich and famous, baby. We're not that group. We're the 9 to 5. We're the get up in the morning at 4 or 5 in the morning, put your steel-toed shoes on, get your ass out the door, and go to work.
I just wonder what they're going to do when they starve us all to death. Who's going to clean their goddamn toilet?
Yeah, that's a good joke, but you know that's true.
They got gold toilets, nothing sticks to it, you know.
Well, that's the one thing about having lots of money and keeping people poor and hungry. They need a job. They're willing to go wipe your toilet and do your demeaning work because they need a job, because they're concerned about their family. And that's what all of us want. You know, just enough to take care of your family that you don't have to worry about. To hell with the vacation shit. I ain't had a vacation since 2001. That was a trip around the country. That was it. And it was the only one before that. You know, there's a whole class of people out here. We don't know, you know, these commercials that come on with the crystal white beaches with the crystal clear water and beautiful hotel room. Yeah, there's a lot of us out here ain't going to see that shit. And those commercials aren't for us. You know.
Most advertising is that way, though. I mean, you look at any kind of advertisement nowadays, it's normally someone in the most luxurious house with furniture that's super modern, and you know, and obviously the car commercials are also the same thing. It's like, why not buy one when you could buy two? And it's like, who the
whole garage full? Shit, yeah.
Who, you know, it's like, it's the dream of become, like, that's what it is in America. It's the dream to be successful and
American
wealthy.
Dream, but it's been hijacked.
Exactly, that's my point. It's an
unattainable dream.
Yeah.
For 99% of the country.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now, if your parents are rich enough to buy you into college, well, then you get a little up. Yeah. I'm sorry, dear. I didn't.
There's some people in the green room. If you need, I can bow out so somebody else can come in.
Oh, we can probably. Well, wait. It's already 9:15.
We're probably drag a few more people in.
Yeah, you got it. You don't. No one has to bow out.
I don't know. That's over there on his side of the room. I can't even see.
Yeah, well, no, I've been juggling this entire time, and I haven't been able to check and see who's in there, who's not.
Hi, Tamara. That's Tamara Harrington. That's Tammy Harrington.
There we go.
That's one of the Blue Dot sisters. Yeah.
But we'll be on for another 15 minutes. But yeah, I'll try to get these. We got. Oh, I recognize this guy.
Who's this guy?
David, you with us? Hello,
David.
Yes, sir.
All right, Bub. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
Pretty good, pretty good. You still in Washington, or are you on your way to Paris?
About 3 weeks.
Ah, see, I remembered though that you was going to go to Paris. See, I get a Benny point for that.
Yeah,
I remembered, buddy. I remember. Yeah. So I hope everything's going well with you out there, bub.
Yeah, everything's going great.
Good.
Today was a joke. An absolute joke.
I'm getting tired of this feeling. Expecting something to happen and nothing happens.
Yeah.
We need to make it happen though. That's the key to this shit. Nothing's going to happen until we make it happen. But yeah, it's just poring over it now. I haven't gone through the whole 400 pages. I'm trying to crank it through a little at a time. And then trying to get the synopsis of what's going on from the news sources and whatnot. But shit, buddy, there's a lot there, but Barr's acting like there ain't. These are not the droids you're looking for. That kind of shit.
Exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's trying to just run blocker.
And really quick, we want to welcome. I'm not sure if we've met this individual before. All I got is a username. Bud One Man. Bud, you with us? His mic is on. Bud?
Yeah, I was getting a lot of interference from his mic earlier.
Oh. Hey, Bud One. Need to check your mic, buddy. We're trying to get you in here.
We'll try adding him back here in just a second.
Alrighty.
Hopefully, maybe he's watching the stream and he'll realize we were trying to talk to him.
Well, so. I just enjoy this whole format of being able to talk to everybody. It just tickles me to shit. And you never know what we're going to do, what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, the stream went off without a glitch tonight. No buffering, no... The winds must be right.
The winds are right. They're not happening.
Look at this. Dan Marceau. Are you shitting me? 420 break. It ain't 420, bud. Look at this. 9:15 at night. Central Time. It's not 420. Well, I guess.
Well, it's 5 minutes to 420 somewhere.
I guess it's 420 where Dan is. So, spark it up, Dan. We're watching you, buddy. We see you right here. Anyway. I just saw the comment go by. Comment.
It's nice when the show slows down a little bit. I mean, not really. It's not. I mean, you get what I'm saying. It's like when the comments are slowing down, where you can actually read them.
Yeah, I noticed that. I could read one go by. But
because again, I miss reading all the comments from everybody, and it just goes by so fast.
It goes by so fast. I can't keep up. And by the time I read the comment, I forgot to look over at the name to who wrote it.
Yes.
So.
Earlier, I was watching as we were talking, and it was really funny. Travis was talking, but he was drinking his bottle of water.
What?
Oh, ventriloquist. I didn't know that.
It's your feed had slowed down just a couple of seconds, and it was funnier.
Oh, that's hilarious.
There you go.
I try to be a puppeteer. I don't know if I can do ventriloquism very well.
That green.
Well, you did tonight.
Switch to the other camera.
Oh yeah, hang on. Boop.
They have a lot of fun with that green screen.
We do. We're trying to bring it live eventually.
Yeah, eventually we're going to have the White House back there or something, We'll be at Mount Rushmore.
I think I'd change it every night.
Yeah.
I think I'd change it every night.
He knows how to do that shit.
Yeah, we can. It just doesn't. I can try to do it live here while we're talking about it.
Do something live.
It doesn't work too well yet. We need better lighting in here. Let me do this. But keep talking while I do this, so I'm not.
Yeah, well, now I'm watching over there because I know he's done a lot of things with that green screen, which could be fun. I've been running through that. I wanted to film a little commercial like thing with me talking to myself. Several different me's running into the room at different times there. What'd you say? Are you shitting me? Little things that run through my head, baby. There ain't no telling what runs through my head all day. I'm the fireman, though. That's most of my day goes towards putting out fires. This happened, that happened. I got to do this. This is broke. That's broke. Jenny hollered something.
So as you can see, I tried to key it out, but you see how it's all distorted and stuff. And what you're seeing, because I activate Dad's camera or this camera with a click of a button. So if you notice the difference here, all you're seeing is the camera, your camera behind me, so to speak.
Well, what about this one? What are we going to do with this one?
Oh, I don't know what we're going to do with that one.
Yeah, we got a little camera here.
We can put it down in Jenny's stall and make a Jenny cam.
We did that. Well, we did.
We did for surveillance reasons.
Yeah, we did it for surveillance reasons. We put my surveillance camera on my donkey's pen down there, so I could sit there and watch TV in the evening and look down there at the security camera and see my donkey, because I was worried about her, and I wanted to keep my eye on her. So we took the security camera and went right. Hey, it works. I liked it. I could watch her.
But anywho,
I think Robertson's trying to talk, but we're not hearing anything from him.
David.
Yes.
Is that you trying to talk, or was it Bud One?
No, I think it must have been Bud One.
Now Bud One's in the. I'm going to try to bring him in here in a second. Try to see if his microphone's working. But it is 9:20. We may want to start thinking about wrapping it up, and then we can do our Discord meeting afterward and all that other good stuff.
All that other good stuff.
All that other good stuff. I say that too often. All that other good stuff.
I guess we ought to wind it down. My wife is probably interested in what I'm doing. I started this a little earlier because on the East Coast, I wanted people to have the opportunity to get on before they have to go to bed. And but I think I like it a little earlier at 7:30 and get a little earlier start on it. But anybody else got anything they want to let everybody know before we go off the air?
Just have a good night, guys,
oh, man.
and things will get better.
We will make it better.
in there, y'all.
We have to make it better. That's the whole idea of my rants, of Leo's rants, of Bob Kincaid's show, of Tim Cormall's show, all these people, Kenny Pick, Turn Up the Night. These are all programs that are all geared towards one thing, and that is trying to keep people motivated, keep them informed and involved. When you're engaged in this shit, we stand a chance. If we all get complacent and stand out there on the sidelines and just go, oh, well, look what they're doing now. Bullshit. That ain't going to work. We drive the news. We drive the discussion. We have to keep pushing our lawmakers to do their job, to do their constitutional duty of oversight against this man. And until that happens, baby, it's we have to stay after it, day after day after day after day. We have to keep after it. Complacency, baby. We can't let that happen. I can't not just sit back and watch this man destroy my country and keep my mouth shut. I'm not going to do it, and neither are a lot of other people. And I appreciate every person that stands up and uses their voice.
Hey, we piss a lot of people off.
Yeah, it's fun. Spread hate and discontent, baby.
Yeah, it's like, oh, well.
Yeah, I don't really give a shit. That's what I mean earlier. I don't care if I piss them off anymore. We're beyond that shit.
I'd rather be on the right side of history.
That's right. I'd want to be on.
Absolutely.
That's right, Linda. Take back our country, baby. That's what we need to do. And it sounds corny, but that's exactly what we have to do. Take this back, because they're going to run it into the ditch, just like every Republican does. I started noticing it after Reagan. Every time a Republican gets in, the car goes into the ditch. And then some Democrat has to come by and pull it out. You watch, after we get a Democrat in there, they're going to start crying about the deficit, the debt, and all this stuff. And, we have to cut this and cut that. Just shut up. Get out of the way. That's all I want to tell them. Just shut up and get out of the way. You've ruined this country enough.
We need to disband.
They're doing a good job by themselves. They're ruining that party. They don't have a brand anymore. Anything they ever thought they had, their morals, their integrity, their patriotism, all of that shit, including their fiscal responsibility. What's that?
The Teapot and the evangelicals took.
Yes, they hijacked the party.
Well, I'm out of here. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
All right.
Good night, Chris.
All right, Chris. Have a good one. Keith?
You too.
You still in there, bub?
I think Keith had to leave a long time ago.
Yeah, see, we run it long. People are going to bail on us. So, who do we got left? When we got Chris just left. Miss Belda, you in there?
Yeah, I'm still here, and I'm fixing to bail in just a second, too.
Yeah. Miss Linda?
He's sitting across the table wanting me to talk to him.
Okay. And we still got David?
Yeah. Porter, so.
And we never did get Bud 1.
And we
got. And I have to stay late, and I have to stay after because I was late.
Yes, Jen, you have to stay out, and don't forget you have to write on the blackboard too. I will not be late 100 times up there.
Okay, guys, I will catch you later. I'm going to talk to hubby.
All right, that's a good idea.
You guys have a great night, and we'll talk to you later.
All righty,
See
dear.
you rant tomorrow.
I'll be there. Beer and Bud Friday, baby. So get it ready.
Hey
Yes,
guys.
sir. Bye.
For the rest,
you guys have a good night.
You too.
All right.
Too, bud.
Thanks.
This is a good time to start wrapping it up.
I
So
guess
we want to thank everybody for coming in and watching. We want to thank our lovely panel for coming in and talking with us. And
keep the conversation going, baby. That's what we need to do. But we do. We appreciate everybody that's involved in this. And go ahead, throw it up there.
No, we're having a glitch. Did you see that?
I've seen it flash.
Look
up
at that.
there.
What is going on?
Is that? It's Russians. We've been hacked. I don't know.
Give me a second. I'm going to make sure this is done right.
We want to thank all our Patreon members and those that donated tonight through the Super Chat and support this show. And Natalie, tell Anthony I said howdy, babe. And I've been seeing Natalie's. She's been doing a lot of posting. Man, she's got a great life. Man, she goes all over artsy and all that stuff. Boy, I mean, she's
the life of an artist.
I mean, to tell you, I'm loving it. Love you too, baby. Cowboy Hat Man, that's me. Proud of that nickname. But yes, dear, I have been seeing your posts, and boy, howdy, what an interesting life you lead. I'm very impressed with that, and I hope you're just everything goes well for you. Shawnee Love, baby, good night. And Monica, thank you very much, darling. I think you're back home off your vacation. I seen your beach in the news today for some reason. I can't remember why. But anyway, Richard, thank you very much for coming by. And all of our Blue Dot family, we appreciate every one of you. Keep the family together, keep it growing, and maybe we're going to take control of this shit. So like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. John Burdevall, Blue Dot in Texas. And keep your blue light shining, baby. It's the most important thing we can do now. It means the world to this country. So y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all later.